And Alberta this week announced that it's going to be doubling its funding to help protect churches from vandalism and violence. But the federal security infrastructure program stopped taking applications last November. I know that there is new funding in the budget, so when will the program start taking applications again? And if I may, as a Catholic, what's your reaction that houses of your faith are being targeted for the church's role in the residential school system?
As you know, Ashley, we have put in place a security infrastructure program that partners with places of worship to be able to put in cameras and security systems to keep those institutions safe from what is unfortunately a rise of intolerance and racism and hatred that we're seeing across the country. And certainly we will continue to roll out those funds in partnership with community centers, religious institutions, and others that need that protection. As I've also said, it is unacceptable and wrong that acts of vandalism and arson are being seen across the country, including against Catholic churches. One of my reflections is I understand the anger that's out there against the federal government, against institutions like the Catholic Church. It is real and it is fully understandable given the shameful history that we're all becoming more and more aware of and engaging ourselves to do better as Canadians. But I can't help but think that burning down churches is actually depriving people who are in need of grieving and healing and mourning from places where they can actually grieve and reflect and look for support. We shouldn't be lashing out at buildings that can provide solace to some of our fellow citizens, but we should be every day committing ourselves, each and every one of us, to the hard work we need to do to actually rebuild a path forward that reflects the terrible intergenerational trauma and present-day realities of suffering that we are all collectively responsible for. Évidemment, nous avons des programmes d'aide aux infrastructures religieuses et communautaires qui ont besoin
of aid to the religious infrastructures and communities, and we will continue to be in partnership with them. But it's certain that, as I've already said,
d'articuler la déception et même la furie que
express the disappointment and even fury that people are feeling rightly for things that happened in the past and now, but setting fire to churches and vandalism is not the solution. I'm thinking particularly of all those who are suffering, who are in pain and have a great deal of grief, and who could turn to their faith for some solace, but or support in these difficult times, and cannot because the churches have burnt down. That's not the road we should take as Canadians. We should listen to one another and understand the strong feelings that people are experiencing, but we need to do the hard work of rebuilding for the better this society, for a future for everyone in Canada.